All right, all right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, GM. Bro, I think Kenny doesn't like the intro song because he times
it does end up being stuck in your head for like the whole day. For the whole day, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Either way, guys, GM everyone, live on YouTube, X, Kickin', Abstract. Kyle is also live over on Abstract and what is that? Twitch. Twitch.
Something like that. Yeah.
How's that Twitch channel working for you? Is it?
I don't ever even look at the Twitch app, to be honest. So just find me on Abstract.
Find him on Abstract. Nice. Yeah. And bro, something was up with X Spaces. I went to go start the space that I set for the reminder, and it once again fucking gave me an error. So I had to recreate another space. So yeah, apologize for that. So anyone that had a reminder set.
I think I owe an apology right now.
Why do you owe an apology?
Oh, because I bought some pipe dogs at 0024, I think, this morning, and they just revealed, and God, they're hilariously bad, but now they're 0005.
Yeah, I think everybody's trying to run after everybody's trying to, maybe you try and bring Kenny up, because it kicked him back down. Yeah, I think everybody's trying to find the next cat NFT, right? That would be my guess.
I mean, like, I don't know, the pipe dog chart I briefly looked at. I don't own any of the token. It doesn't look egregiously bad or anything. I just don't think the NFT thing is probably gonna work out for a lot of these copycats off the Cash Cat NFTs. But
I don't think so. GM Tusk and Times United over on YouTube. Appreciate the love over there. Let me get Kenny up on the invite for the co-host. Kenny, GM, sir. Can you hear us?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Clock in, Twitter motherfucker. Clock in.
Dude,
GM Habibi.
Yeah.
Habibi. Yeah, no.
Oh my God.
It's my Twitter's tripping big time. So
yeah, well, that's what I was saying. The original Spaces link, I ended up having to just start a whole nother space because it wouldn't work for me. So I think that happened last week, or it happened on Monday when I tried doing it as well. So, but either way, we got a lot of stuff to cover, a lot of stuff to go through. I sent Simple Daddy the stream link, so hopefully we will get him in here shortly with us. So, but a lot of stuff to get going. Guys, the very last pin post, and I'm going to talk about this several times. Today's a special day. Today, Genuine Undead is celebrating their 4th anniversary. And boy, oh boy, do they have a fucking space lined up later on today, giving away over $5,000 worth of prizes. I think right now the prize pool is total of 66 NFTs. There's going to be some special things happening with some of these, but 50 prizes are going to be handed out in the stream and or during the space. Sorry, no stream. But man, there is a lot of shit. I don't want to share this chat yet, so I'm gonna get the actual image of the wallet. But I'm telling you, you want to be in that stream. You want to come celebrate 4 years with the Genuine Undead community, because the intern has gone crazy. The GU intern just went absolutely ape shit. Let me actually share the screen so you guys can see what we have over here. There is 10 Genuine Undead up for grabs. There are 5 regenerates, 1 good vibes, 5 final Bosu, 5 drop dead gorges, 5 space riders, 5 bearish, 5 brain rot, 7 nibbles, 8 froge, Saints of LA. There's 8 of those, and 1 Frankie's Diner. And then on top of that, unless something has changed, I'm going to go ahead and say it any fucking ways. There's going to be a week-long competition, a content competition on X, where you, the winner of this, by creating Genuine Undead content, you could end up possibly winning a little pudgy NFT. It's a big fucking prize. But all you have to do is clock in and create some dope art. So, and guess who's going to be the judge of that? From what I'm told, it's going to be me, but we'll see what happens.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder.
That's just a horrible decision.
That's not a horrible.
Favorite content coming out of the reality check account, dude. I don't know who's running this reality check account. But God damn, this content's good.
God damn it, looking good. But either way, I know some of the Genuine Undead, if not all of them. The original contest was geared around getting the floor price up to 0.2 ETH, but Simple Hans went in and swept the floor up. And so, but there are some rewards. Some of those GUs, I think, or if not all of them, are going to be going to some of the people that did still buy under 0.1. Either way, a lot of stuff getting handed out today. Bro, that good vibes, pretty dope. A lot of good final Bosu. All the drop dead gorges, none of them have even been revealed. So you have 5 unrevealed drop dead gorges. Dope stuff there. You have Space Riders with Zubik. Obviously, big fan of Bearish, Scotty and Tolly, the team over there, and Brain Rots. I mean, so much good shit here. Yeah, so lock in. That space is at 4 p.m. EST.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. And, you know, let's take a moment to really recognize, 4 years in Web3 is a very fucking long time. We've seen a lot of founders come. We've seen a lot of founders go.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of projects get hyped up and then just fizzle into oblivion out there, way out in space to nothing. And GU, as a community, has fucking held strong. I mean, community driven. There's so many Chads in this community.
Well, it's community ran. I mean, it's a CTO. Yeah. So
it's so many Chads and so many, people just, I respect bag workers, man. And this community is a bag working community. And I got nothing but love for these guys. Congratulations. What is dead may never die. Okay?
You sound like
continues to think that we're in Game of Thrones.
I know. But every time I hear that, I feel like I'm listening to Kamala Harris. What was her thing?
What can be? Hold on. Let me.
The burden
for the stream. What can be unburdened by what has been? There you go. I think that was it. Anyway.
Yeah. So there we go, Kenny. That's the vibes I'm getting from you with that one. But either way,
should I change my name to Kamala Powers?
Kamala. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Kamala Powers. I do like that. But either way, man, a lot of dope NFTs, a lot of genuine undead still listed right there in the 0.2 range. And if the floor gets to 1 ETH, Hans is going to give away his STONKBROKER. So everybody make sure. But you got to sweep up to 1 ETH. But anyway,
I did hear that.
Yeah. Well, you heard it here. Breaking news. But either way, yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for that one. And I think that I was in the live stream with Chill Pill and them. But I know Mason and Hans were up in cap stage. So preaching the good word there as well. So, but either way, wanted to give some love to the guys and gals in that community. Kenny, while we wait for Simple Daddy to come in here, do you want to run through some quick market stuff? We are running into Friday. What is fucking popping?
Yeah, I mean, things are looking pretty good. It was dipping earlier this morning, but equities are performing really, really strong right now. S&P, new all-time high, 7,800 for the first time ever. And We're starting to see crypto rally behind that. Bitcoin is now back to green, up about 0.56%, back up to 63,742. You got ETH just under 1,900, slightly up. And Solana up 0.9% to $76.28. Some of the top alts performing well too. Hyperliquid up about 4.5%, back up to $58. Zcash at 493, up 1.32%. The pump fund coin has been getting some fucking really decent price action on it.
Really?
It's up 5.78% on the day. But yeah, if you go look at the past month, it's up 96% over the past month.
Wow.
So yeah, it's currently sitting at 0.0028873.
I asked a couple weeks ago, I said, should we be buying pump?
Yeah, I mean, look, they're putting out a bunch of tweets about, new, a lot of new users coming over there, daily active users. The numbers have gone up considerably. Obviously, they're pushing hard, with this kind of turf war with FOMO and trying to acquire traders over there. You've been seeing a lot of traders saying they're now exclusively trading on Pump Fund. So yeah, there's been a lot of motion happening over there. The coins perform pretty well, but yeah, for the most part, things are looking pretty good as we move closer to the weekend. So we'll see how things play out.
Nice. What about on NFTs, memes, anything popping?
Yeah, I mean, there's been some runners, all day yesterday on Robinhood and Pump Fund. Probably the funniest meme that I saw was this Chameleon token, which had a pretty crazy run up last night, but a pretty novel fucking ticker, because basically anyone could take 1,000 tokens of the Chameleon, burn it, and change the name and the image on the token. So if you were paying attention to this last night,
can you give us some of the names that were popping off?
I really can't. I mean,
why not?
I mean, some of them are pretty. I like it. There was somewhere it was like Fat Orangey, then Fat Duval, then they changed it to Clock In, then they changed it to Chill House. I mean, the name just kept changing. But yeah,
you sounded hesitant there for a second.
I'm
it's almost like if you decentralize the naming of a token, a few inappropriate words might come across.
There were some bad words. There were some crazy fucking ticker names that were out there. I was laughing my ass off.
Was this on Solana or was it Robinhood?
Yeah, it's on Solana. And I mean, like within the first hour, once people started to recognize what it was and how it was doing, I mean, it ran up pretty hard.
What's the name of the coin right now?
It's back to Chameleon. But yeah, I ran up to 2.5 mil like within the first hour. It's currently sitting at like under a mil. It's like 970,000. But
okay,
I mean, it was just hilarious watching the name changes and something different. The thesis is like anytime there's an attempt to be a vamp, we can just change the name of the token to where it's like
it's a good narrative, right?
Yeah. And like any trending narrative, we can just change the name to it and be the first to do it. It's interesting, but yeah, that one ran pretty hard. On Robinhood, we had the Pat coin, which is Gripply, who's the OG dev, who was the old dev of Cock Inu on AVAX. And if you remember, that token ran up to, I want to say like $440 million market cap at one point. But he's doing this experiment with this token called Wolfpack, where he's taken 10 different tokens, 6 stocks, and 4 meme coins from Robinhood, and creating a liquidity pool with all 10 of those, which is pretty novel. The coin's sitting somewhere around 0.004 cents right now. Ran up to almost 8 mil last night. It's kind of settling in somewhere around 4 mil right now. But I'm curious to see what he's going to do with that. But yeah, I mean, look, the other Frong, this is pretty interesting. Pools.trade came out and made an announcement yesterday that any of the tokens that they initially released prior to Pools.trade going live, which was like Frong, there was this Chowder token, there was a handful of tokens, but they basically said the way they were structured originally was the Uniswap devs who created the tokens, that all the creator fees would flow back into that Uniswap wallet. Well, they said all past and future creator fees earned are going to go back into buybacks and burns of the token. So we saw a big spike on the Frong chart yesterday. It's currently sitting at 5.7 mil, still up 35%, but it spiked all the way up to like 7.5 at one point. But it's interesting because these tokens, instead of creator fees going to a creator, they're just going to be going into a pool to buy back and burn these kind of OG first generation Pools.trade tokens that were created by the devs. So that's something to pay attention to. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was in PAC and I was talking about this story this morning. For some reason, I woke up this morning at 3:00, and why? I have no clue. I woke up, I couldn't fall asleep. So I just laid in bed, started watching TV. And I looked at my phone and I seen PAC had gotten back up to 6 mil. Like, I'm sharing it live on stream right now. At 3:00, it was sitting at 6 mil. At 3:30 is when it started dipping back down. And I even looked at it and I was up like $350. And I was like, maybe I should sell this. And I didn't. I ended up going back to bed. And then I woke up this morning, ended up selling at 4 mil. Fucking, and I was still up like maybe $10-20.
Hey, bro, your enlarged prostate tried to save you at 3 a.m.
Something tried. No, I didn't even get up and use the bathroom. I didn't do nothing. I laid in bed. I turned back on Netflix, and and just slowly pass back out. But something had me wake up. The next time I do that, I'm selling everything. Like,
I mean, you were
Everything?
up pretty quickly
Not
right off the
everything, but, you know.
yeah, you were up almost what 50-60% on your trade initially when you first got in. And yeah, it was pretty volatile when you got in. I think you got in at 4 and it ran all the way up to 8. I think you almost hit it 2, actually. You didn't sell it.
I did. Yeah, almost did. Well, I mean, the motherfucker was ripping, man. We didn't know where it was going to stop. Kenny,
Yeah, I think it's going to grind up.
Rustlin over in the abstract chat said, you speak very interestedly. Could we have more technical analysis? Well, if he would come on stream, you could not only get that, but you could get him on stream and
start charting some stuff for you boys.
Start charting some stuff. Start showing these people what, here's my grand thing, Kyle. All right, bear with me here. So
There we go.
my thing with him is like, I want Kenny at his house. I'm going to send him a green screen. I have one in the garage. And I want Kenny sitting there like fully animated, like a weatherman. I want him pushing the chart up like the fucking storm is coming in. So Kenny, I'm gonna send this green screen to you. We got to get you locked in, bro. Yeah, we can get you a whole disguise too. That way, if you don't want people to know what you look like, even though you are a doc star.
I didn't post as a picture of me, so I have no problem.
I know, but we can get you like a big.
It's more so just
Your pin post is a picture of you from fucking 1997, brother. Let's be honest.
Well, I mean, my point is I'm not. It's not like
oh my god,
I'm not trying to hide who I am, right?
Yeah. But that
you know,
recliner is comfy, bro.
I'm currently sitting in my recliner in my boxers right now.
Hell!
I think people would pay extra just to see that.
So, bro.
The amount of tips you could be raking in on abstract right now.
Yeah, you could get some tips in, man. I mean, shit. I mean, you're in your boxers. Make sure the tip don't knock your laptop out your lap. So, but anyways, all right. So is that pretty much it from that side of?
Yeah, no, but I would just say that on chain is I keep talking about it. It's heating up. You're seeing more and more people trading, and I think this social layer of trading now through like FOMO app, and now Pump Fund has these feeds where you can follow people and see what they're trading. I think it's enticing people to kind of want to jump back in the trenches. You're seeing crazy P&Ls. If you go onto the FOMO app and you look at the weekly leaders, there's people making $300,000 to $500,000, $600,000 on a week trading coins. And as we get closer to the end of this bear market, you're going to start to see that on-chain activity continue to increase. This social layer around trading is making it more enticing for people to trade because, you can see people trading in real time. Before it used to be you're on a trading platform like Axiom or whatever, you're following wallets, but you don't know who's who. Now people are putting their name to their public wallets, and you can, if there's somebody who you think is a good trader, you can follow them and kind of tail their trades if you want to. I do not suggest that personally, but I'm just saying that's what people like, that social layer of it. So yeah, I think things are going to continue to heat up.
Yeah. Well, you already have some fans. Moon High said he would tip you. Don't know which tip you're getting, but you
I'd be willing to place bets on that.
He would definitely tip you. So yeah, Kenny, clock in. All right. One thing that happened yesterday, I was hoping Simple Daddy would be here, but so Kenny, the Launchpad actually went live briefly yesterday. Did you see this?
I did. That was a crazy situation there, and I was hoping we can get Simple Farmer in here to kind of break down what happened. I saw a pretty in-depth explanation as to what happened, but these are obviously some, people with bad intentions who've just been waiting for the moment, to try and pull some nefarious shit, and got shut down relatively quickly.
Yeah, it did. But I mean, I think they were, from what he said, they were able to run some pretty. They were able to get some pretty good data off of this Launchpad when it actually, when it popped up. There was a lot of money recovered in fees that went back into Stonkbrokers. I think into the distribution. I want to say it was like 4 some odd ETH. I was
4.3.
Yeah, I was trying to find this fucking message. Because that was later in the night, right? In that one chat, Kenny. I think that's where we both.
Yeah, it was probably
at,
around 8 or 9 in the evening.
Yeah. But yeah, like his breakdown of what exactly happened was really, really technical. But I meant to fucking save that so I could get it summarized. But apparently he had like batched a few tokens, right?
Yeah, I believe it was a total of 3 or 4 tokens that were launched all by the same kind of deployer that all routed back to one wallet. And they were kind of self-funding the ticker, like creating volume themselves to get it onto Dex Screener. I don't want to do any injustice by trying to explain how it all went down. I think it'd be better if Simple Farmer did it. But yeah, basically it was nipped in the bud relatively quickly by Simple Farmer, and they were able to extract a lot of data from it, preventative data that, they can implement. But yeah, he'd probably be better at breaking it down.
Yeah, I'm actually putting it in chat real quick because I'm gonna get the breakdown of it. But yeah, so either way, it was live briefly. I hope nobody was, in it, like, it's amazing that it actually, I don't know if it was an accident it went live or whatever happened, but it just shows you how fast people were actually like, they were ready. They were ready for this bitch, and they had bots pegged at it, ready for it to launch. So, holy shit. I asked for a TLDR on his response, and it was actually longer than his response. What? How do you get...
You asked what? You asked chat?
I asked chat for a TLDR on his response, and this is 3 times as long. Fuck. All right, so it gave it to me, but it says, bottom line, this looks... no, I'm not even going to read that because that's fucking long. Holy shit. Bro, that's
you want to send it over to me? I think we've established that you don't read good.
That's like, to me, I don't read good. I try. I do try. So basically it says same operator appeared to launch Stonkcat, and broke. They used multiple wallets to bypass limits, learned the anti-snipe time and manufactured Stonk's volume, then dumped into retail. Key point, they couldn't rug because the LP, it was fully locked, and their activity generated 4.3 WETH in fees for the protocol, which is fucking massive, big stuff. And we talked about this with Yard. Remember the snipers there, because they're doing these on the Up platform, on the Up protocol, Kenny. It comes in bins, like the liquidity pools are in multiple bins. So if somebody tries sniping a large amount, it's going to charge a high slippage, and then they're actually, losing a shit ton of they're losing a shit ton of money.
Well, they're losing a shit ton of their potential tokens that they could have gotten if that wasn't in effect.
Yeah.
Right. But if the token still goes well, they're still going to make a bunch of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, for example, the Ticker Yard, for example, which shot up instantly within the first 5 seconds to, I want to say 3.5, 4 mil. I mean, within the first 5 minutes, the top wall had already, profited over 100K. It was a sniper, and they probably put a huge bribe on it, right? And put a pretty decent amount of money into the token, but they got it in at 200K, and it ran to, 3.5 mil. So that's what, like a 15, 20X right off the rip. So, I mean, look, this is something that's been happening for a very long time. You can date back years. Snipers have been around for a long time, and they typically, feast on contracts that are extremely hyped up. I mean, the Ticker Yard, we were talking about it the other day on GMGN. There were 2,500 people watching it on one platform, waiting for the ticker to drop. So, yeah. I mean, obviously, Simple Farmers created a lot of hype with the STONKBROKER ecosystem, and yeah, I mean, a lot of eyes are on that ecosystem. A lot of eyes are waiting for the new plays, and a lot of snipers are going to try and snipe every time there's a ticker that drops.
Speaking of eyes being on it, I just saw Simple Farmer retweet. I didn't know this was going on today, but at 3. Simple Farmer is going to be on with Ansem and FaZe on the market bubble.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty big.
3 p.m. PST, rather. I just saw the PST there. So, okay.
Yeah, no, that's massive. I mean, we seen Banks. He's been in a few of the spaces. He's been just lurking down at the bottom in the audience. So he actually bought a stockbroker last week, I believe is when it was. And that was number 2. So FaZe Banks has 2 stockbrokers. Don't know yet about Ansem. So it's going to be interesting to see what Ansem's take on this is. Kenny, does Ansem have a history of trading other tokens besides Solana?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, Ansom's, I believe, got a bag of tendies. I saw K Money shill tendies to him, and I saw him respond. And so, yeah, I would think that Ansem is on Robinhood as well as Solana.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, he was on the VVV trade early as well too. I mean, yeah, he's a good trader.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I would imagine he has a big bag of stockbroker, but yeah, this is pretty massive. Kyle, can you get that tweet pinned up? That way or I can do it.
No, I got it. I can get you.
Yeah, that way everybody can see that one as well. But yeah, I mean, that's gonna be pretty good, and that's good. I mean, he's talked about this distribution flywheel. You know, this is us hosting spaces. You have Proof of Alpha Degen and Mike. They host the happy hour. You have people creating nonstop content. I was just on a stream today. Shout out Eliza, Chill Pill, and R2D2. And they really didn't know much about stockbrokers. Like, obviously, they know what it is, but they didn't really know much in detail about what the why stockbrokers and what is it doing. So I kind of gave a little bit of a breakdown there. Obviously, not as as clear as Simple Daddy would do it, but either way, like the community itself being on the timeline and as Luca would say, proliferating the brand is what's driving this just as much as the price is. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this stream, Kenny. I think it'll do good. I think it'll reach some new people.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've got a huge reach with that podcast. A lot of eyes tune in to watch it, and yeah, I think it's a good platform for him to be on. And really, break down, because to your point, a lot of people still can't digest the intricate ecosystem and how it all works and how things work kind of hand in hand, in the protocol and the AMM, the Anvil AMM. It's relatively intricate to like a novice, right? Unless you're pretty tech savvy and understand things, it can seem a little overwhelming or overcomplicated. So, I saw your post. You did a really good post of breaking down the ecosystem in layman's terms, and I think we need more of that. We need him, explaining how it all works so people fully understand all the moving mechanics in it.
Yeah, 100%.
One thing I'd like you to refresh my memory on, maybe for everybody else too, how exactly does the UP token work in its pairing? Because I remember yesterday when these tokens got launched, and Kenny pointed this out, there was immediately a green candle on UP. And is that not part of the necessary pairing for these tokens or something? How does the UP token work?
Kenny, you want to grab this?
Either one of you. I mean, you just got done making a coloring book for kids, but
I mean, I can go do that.
Through UP pools, and there's a stockbroker UP pairing, and so basically these are like the underlying assets that kind of fund these LPs. So like when price goes up on that, it impacts the underlying assets as well. Or if the underlying asset does well, it also affects the chart. So yeah, it's just the UP stuff, there's token, as volume goes up, more fees are being created, fees are being burned, in a sense.
Where did we see this? When did that happen, Kyle? What time was it?
Literally that green right there. I'm pretty sure that green candle was when the thing went live.
Okay.
I think that was the green candle for that duration, that like the second that the trading platform went live, that green candle started forming. and then it just started kind of bleeding back out again as soon as they shut it back down. But I guess what all I'm getting at is potentially if those mechanics are in place there, you could have your liquidity aside to try to catch a bunch of X's on some of these memes, but a safer play might be to get into the up chart. You may not catch multiple X's there, but much less volatile, much less potential downside. Probably a surer way to catch some percentages anyway.
Yeah. And you can see right here, you can see the pools. There's the yard in Stonkbroker and then up in Stonkbroker.
So
plenty of pools.
So basically, when new tokens launch, they graduate in the locked pools of on up, and all the trading volume from those launches route through the up exchange, and the trading fees flow to the holders of locked up. So the more volume, more launches is more fees and stronger incentives to lock up the up token itself and reduce the sell pressure is basically like the best breakdown of how I could explain it to you.
Yeah. And essentially anything that launches through the launcher is the pools are happening on up. So like that is the instead of using, Uniswap. What are you looking at, Kyle?
I just realized I cheated too much of my ETH out of my out of my wallet.
Okay,
I don't have enough ETH on Abstract right now to do an upvote transaction.
Oh my God. I seen your fucking eyes get like real big and I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, so now that makes that makes sense. Kyle's not up only. Yeah, so all right, well, good. What do you make, Kenny, of the retrace? I've seen a bunch of punks and some other people on the timeline. I'm not going to scream out the different NFT brands. Was that a healthy correction for Stonkbroker?
I mean, at some point it had to have a little bit of a correction. And yeah, I think number one is it is healthy, because I mean, it can't just go up. At some point people are going to take profits, but I mean, relative, it really hasn't dipped that much. I mean, it's still sitting at a very respectable market cap. But yeah, I mean, look, it's going to happen. Every chart has retraces, and retests like the initial breakouts. So yeah, like
I mean, that was 41% move.
Right. People who are day one holders of Stonkbroker are up egregiously right now, so, you're going to have some sell pressure here and there, but the way it all works is, the more volume, the more selling, there's fees that are, used to buy back. So it's benefiting on both the buy pressure and sell pressure ultimately. And yeah, I think it's just a little bit of a retest. Nothing crazy about it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And
I guess you could say that the attention train has run its course without the mechanics coming into place, right? Because I mean, there was so much attention on this Stonkbroker ecosystem, and that attention has gotten spread over a couple of different projects now between Mancer and Yard Keepers and Up. There's several different tokens all in this ecosystem now, and they were all up only tech, right? Initially, but the pure speculation phase might be over, and now they need to start kicking on the machine so people can see proof of concept.
I will say this to your point, Kyle. Yeah, like so for example, like Mancer's, has done extremely well with no working product yet, right? I mean, it was all speculative hype that ran the token up to it hit 11 mil, and it's kind of settled in around this 5 mil to 7 mil area prior to the DEX going live. So I think once the DEX goes live, once Ticker Yard, once their product goes live, and you start seeing things working hand in hand with one another, it's all going to benefit the overall ecosystem. And yeah, to that point though, as more tickers launch, you're going to see, people rotating from one ticker to another. And that's just, this space is so rotational right now. There's not many people that are willing to hold assets and bag work for them like it used to be back in 23, 24. So it's very rotational. And there's a lot of good projects launching on Stonkbroker's Launchpad. So like people want a piece of everything. Yeah. So you're going to have a little bit of rotation here and there. Again, though, I think once all the products are, launched and working hand in hand, I think you're going to see the real benefit of it.
Well, so, and I made this point as well on the stream earlier with Chill Pill and them. The top NFTs on Robinhood right now, it's all out of the stockbroker ecosystem. You have stockbrokers themselves at 9.9 ETH, $18,700. They've done 2,476 ETH in volume. Then second, you have Chainmancers at 0.8188 ETH, $1,500. They've done 1,512 ETH in volume, bro. And
hold on now, how are you setting these filters up? Because if I go to 1 day volume, a little cat with some cash happens to be number one on volume today.
This is all time.
I'm just kidding.
This is all time. So the point that I'm making is the strongest NFTs are the ones that are backed by tech and utility. And it's not backed by a dumbass meme that I think Cash Cat is.
Hey.
I'm just saying, hey, you got bags in it. I know, I get you. But my point is, like, and that's what I was telling them on the stream. It's like, quit chasing all the dumb shit. Yeah, it's fun. We bought a Saudi and we're going to DJ on that. But if you really, really want to be involved in a community that is establishing a strong foundation right now, that's Stonkbroker. There's nobody else doing it. And
yeah, and to that point, it's really, solving a liquidity issue on NFTs. To your point, the first or second day that Mancers launched, I was looking and I did a comparison. I took the top, I took Stonkbrokers and Mancers in the 24-hour volume they did, and on that particular day was like $1.8 million in volume between these two projects, and I compared it to a combined Pudgy Penguins, CryptoPunks, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutinates, Lil Pudgies, and Hypers. All 6 of those combined did less volume than these 2 projects alone. And those are 6 of the top kind of, normally top traded collections, NFT collections. So, I mean, it's in real time. You can see it. It's solving a liquidity issue, the way it's structured. And yeah, I mean, I think it's a very positive thing. I think we're going to continue to see more projects kind of mimic the way these are, kind of constructed, and I think we're going to see more projects launching through the Anvil AMM here in the near future.
Yeah. Bro, I have no doubt. So yeah, if you want the strongest NFTs, look at the Stonkbroker ecosystem. All right. Kenny, we're still waiting on Simple Farmer. I haven't heard anything in the background. I know he's probably trying to get this Launchpad ready to go. What do you think these Saudi NFTs? Do you think these things are going to do anything, or are we about to get rugged again?
Come to Dubai, Habibi.
I don't know, but it's fucking hilarious. So I bought one anyway. I wasn't going to talk about these this morning just because they were fucking at like a 2x from my entry last night, but they're actually... In fact, I'm actually down on it a little bit now. But, you can get one of these. You can go to their website, register. You're supposedly claiming an oil rig. There is going to be a ticker oil. Now, does any of this even happen? Who knows? Maybe they delete the X account tomorrow. I don't know. But if you're into some degenerate shit that Jesus literally just got done naysaying, only to turn around and then show you Habibis.
No, I mean, we're going to talk about the degen plays and what, I mean, like your Fuegos ran up, so
Fuegos did run up. Fuego is not a degenerate play, though. Fuego is a trading platform.
Well, Lighter's supposed to be
competition thing.
I think they ran up because there was something happening with Lighter and Robinhood.
Well, yeah, they put a tweet out yesterday that I'm pretty sure you're going to have perps in the Robinhood wallet, and it's all going to be routed through Lighter. So yeah, that's pretty bullish for Lighter itself.
And our Fuego Grandmaster holder here didn't even know that there was a tweet about Robinhood and Lighter, did you, Kyle?
I just got up this morning and was up egregiously, so I sold all of them except for one. I still have my favorite one that you got me yesterday, actually. Thank you again for that. Yeah. Oh, still have my tuxedo guy. And as they bleed back out some, I'll probably buy some more again because they'll probably pump again once that actually gets kicked off.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Betty ran out of money, and the floor price there back down to 0.025. They did run up pretty high.
Are you talking about the God pool?
Yeah, the God pools. Yeah, fucking horrible art. I don't know what she's doing with that shit.
You know, you could say it's technically kind of interesting because you could they move. They move and they react to you, right? That's new. It's interesting. They are horrible to look at. But it isn't whatever. I mean, look, I'm not a big fan either. I think it's a cash grab, but I think a lot of things in the space are a cash grab. And sometimes if you are aware, you can get in on the downside and sell on the upside. And, you know, it's all good if someone's grabbing cash because so are you. You know
yeah.
I mean?
I did see a tweet right here. I did want to bring this up because Chimpers, they announced today every chimp now has its own wallet, not your wallet, its wallet. We've created an on-chain ape adventure pouch for all chimpers plus 99 Genesis and drop one chimpster into every one. Whatever your chimp collects travels with it, even if it changes hands. Turns out wallets aren't just for Robin Hood, his merry men, they're for chimps too. And this is just the beginning. Seasonal champions, rewards, and more. We'll be able to live inside. Do you see that?
It's a clever word. I'm not surprised it fucking wrecked you.
Fucking wrecked my ass. Check your chimp carousel on OpenSea. It's about to become a collector. So yeah, you know, and this tech was never new. Like Simple Farmer's not claiming that, you know, NFTs having an internal wallet is something new. It's never been the case. He's just discovered a way to make it fucking useful on Robinhood, you know, and he's putting it to work. So
well, the narratives are aligned there, right? I mean, Robinhood chain and then all this utility stuff and internal wallet and claiming of stocks. It's very, there's a lot of alignment there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, and shouts to Chimpers for sure. But back to the cash grab conversation, I didn't notice that yesterday these fucking Sprite hoods went well below 0.01 for a little bit there. They came back up, but now they're flirting with that 0.01 again. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to buy these, but if anybody has interest, I would just keep an eye on these over the next few days. They might go below 0.01. Maybe you can get them. I don't know.
Yeah. Now there's
Cole has motion. Like he certainly has some motion. You know, but he's also polarizing. I know a lot of people have different opinions. So
yeah, 44,000 NFTs. I think Cole can keep those fucking things. I don't know if there's burns. I don't know what it is. So, oh, Kyle, I didn't even see hood tendies here. Why didn't you get some of these?
Whoa, what?
What? NFTs. They're called hood tendies.
I've been waiting my whole life for this moment.
Yeah, look at these guys. You know, this.
Oh, ew.
Well, I mean, hey, don't hate.
Yeah, I'd rather just buy the token. Look, I bought the fucking dog with pipes or pipe dogs or whatever earlier, and I immediately got wrecked. So I think I'm just gonna stick with the coins on the meme coin stuff.
Yeah, and be careful, guys. If you have Stonkbrokers in your wallet or anything in your wallet, like just watch out for all these collections that are getting airdropped. I know every day I get probably 20 some odd NFTs minted to me or airdropped in some way. So definitely be careful. Also, I have 15 OpenSea invites. Like if somebody needs an OpenSea mobile code, please drop a comment down below and I will get you hooked up. Kenny, do you have some as well?
I would think most people have the app by now.
You'd be amazed, bro. A lot of people still don't have the app.
I thought there was like a lot of partnered communities now, though.
There was, but a lot of people they don't have it. So
Pepin hoods, these are new.
But yeah, if somebody needs that, please reach out, let me know, and I will be more than happy to get you guys hooked up. Trying to see if I had anything else bookmarked here, Kenny, besides the GU stuff. I had a bunch of stuff bookmarked for Simple Farmer, but he's obviously not fucking clocked in. I don't know. You know, we're going to get him. We're going to figure out what the fuck's going on, unless somebody kidnapped him. Yesterday we did see though that
Pro switched up on his day ones, man.
I know.
he's going on with Ansem and FaZe later today.
Yeah, he's
man.
like,
You don't
fuck
need this
Jesus
bitch
and
ass
Kyle and
on.
Kenny. I don't need these motherfuckers.
I'm just kidding, by the way.
No. So yesterday we did see Adam. He ended up buying one of these NFTs for TokenWorks, and it looks like that they are going to. Looks like, Simple Farmer, the royalties are very important for the community and for the growth of the ecosystem. So the way Simple Farmer looks at it is, if he wraps it, puts it on FWA, then, they're losing royalties because that is technically like a sale when it changes over there. So I think now, from what we've heard, they're going to work some things out. And Adam's going to have it to where royalties are kicked back to the ecosystem. So, but he only had it backed with 6 ETH, which is pretty wild. So, you can go over and actually try and win this fucking Stonkbroker, along with many others. I don't know what the price is for this, man. 0.087. How much is that, Kenny? Is that worth trying to do a pool right now? You only get 70%.
Say it one more time. I'm sorry.
On 0.0807. That's how much it costs right now to do a pool on FWA.
I mean, that's not cheap. That is not cheap. What is that? Like 140?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was wondering. You can win.
It looks like, but you could get any of these. This is the first time I'm really looking at this.
Yeah,
you could get any of these prizes, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, now your odds are extremely low to get the legendary. But yeah. CryptoPunk, there's some fucking Pokemon. This Bored Ape, there's the Stonkbroker. You have Squiggles. Now, so here's the thing. So like this 10,000 tokens NFT, it's backed by 3 ETH. So when you win this, you can claim the backed asset, right, Kenny?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so like the number one thing right now, Kyle, is this CryptoPunk. This hoodie CryptoPunk is backed by 300 ETH. So this guy's earning not only because he's the highest listed asset, but you can either say, no, give me the CryptoPunk, or give me 300 ETH. Which one would you choose right there, Kenny? 300 ETH or this hoodie CryptoPunk?
Probably, I'd probably take 300 ETH, to be honest.
Would you? I think you could get.
What's a hoodie CryptoPunk go for these days?
600 grand. 600K. So that would be, it's roughly around the same price, I guess.
I'd take the liquid just to be
maybe a little bit less.
And then I'd go buy just a CryptoPunk I like and just pocket the rest of the
ETH. That's a good fucking point, but this is a badass flex right here. So yeah, but Kyle, when I did it early on, I got a 10,000 token and it was only backed with like very minimal amount.
So you can get a hoodie CryptoPunk right now for 125 ETH. It's 235K. How much ETH did you say?
Oh, 300.
Yeah, so there you go.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So
yeah, in fact, there's a lot of hoodie CryptoPunks well under that.
Really? Are you sure you're looking at CryptoPunks and not CryptoFunks?
I don't think they're selling CryptoFunks for 235K, my brother in Christ.
Yeah. But either way, so yeah, we got to see that. I'm really excited about this market bubble stream. I hope those boys can actually comprehend what Simple Farmer is actually talking about. It might be over the head for Banks, would be my guess.
I think he'll let Ansem lead that conversation.
Hey, you know what? You guys say what you want about FaZe Banks. I didn't know who that motherfucker was before I came into Web3. But FaZe Banks did come to a space that we were hosting at one point, and he tried to shill a smog at like
30.
I don't know. Yeah, like 30. Like, I mean, like, dude, we could have. Anyway, so I'll just leave it at that.
Well, coulda, woulda. Wow, look at TMA flexing. TMA just bought a CryptoPunk. Nice. It's a pretty fucking clean one. Kind of, I mean, shouldn't this have been the one that the Coinbase CEO should have bought? This looks like him. Right? That's pretty fucking good. GG's. G fucking G's. All right. What Kenny, what else are we missing here? Because I don't think Simple Farmer is gonna drop in, and we're approaching the end of it. So what do you got? What else you got?
Not much. I'm just paying attention tokens. I mean, look, there's runners every day. You just got to be locked in right now, and terminally online, scanning the charts because there's opportunities. Look, we called pack under $1 million yesterday, ran to $8 million. That was a clean 8x, 9x, whatever. That chameleon token, it was dropped in one of the chats. We're in at 200K and ran to 2 mil. So that was a 2.5 mil. That was a 12x. Like there's opportunities popping off every day to take a little bit of a gamble and try and make some money. And we're not even in the bull market yet. So ideally I want to try and stack more funds to be able to size into some good plays going into the bull run, and try and make some generational wealth here in the next couple years. So we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, good. Kyle, you looking at anything in particular?
I'm just gonna be hanging out. I'm hanging out. I'm gonna, dig some holes for my fence, hang out at the GU space later, try to stay locked in for the clock in token. Hopefully if this Launchpad goes live today. Yeah, man, that's it. That's all for me.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, make sure that you guys tune in today, 4 p.m. Eastern, the Genuine Undead 4th year anniversary space. Like I said, over 50 NFTs are being given away. We're going to announce the Pudgy giveaway and requirements there as well. Little Pudgy, mind you. And there's good vibes, all kinds of good shit going to be happening. A lot of good founders coming on the stage. So there should be some pretty good conversation and some good fun. So
Gonna be fun.
Yeah, it will be. But anyways, all right. Tomorrow we'll be back at 11. Maybe Simple Farmer. We have the Launchpad go live today, and then maybe we get them in for initial reactions after that. So
this is the whole reality check thesis anymore. Maybe Simple Farmer will show up tomorrow.
Maybe Simple Daddy.
Tune in tomorrow to find out.
Yeah. But anyways, all right, cool. Everybody have a fantastic day. Be safe, and we'll see you in the oil fields.
See you in a couple hours.
We'll see you in the
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you in the oil fields.
Oh, yes, you will.
Yeah, in the oil fields, Kenny. All right, cool. Yeah, everybody have a good day. Peace.